Okay, I need some help with this particular beam. This is a 1970 bug. I put a 2-inch narrow beam on it with drop 2.5-inch drop spindles. What I'm having difficulty is adjusting the beam to the appropriate height. When I put everything together, everything seemed to be um, indexed correctly. The leaves and the gruff screws are all indexed correctly. Um, but when I put everything down, I do have, um, if you can see there behind the backing plate, is their shorty shocks. They're oil filled. These are empty, by the way. I put everything together, and when I dropped it, I mean, it slammed onto the ground. A little too low for me. Um, I have 145 15 on there for tires. I've since changed them to 155 60 15s. I thought that the 45s were just a little bit too narrow. I think the 155s were a better fit. Now, again, trying to adjust these was difficult. If you can see some of the screws, the grub screws, and I thought that they would not drop or move, but if you can see, let's see if I can, there you go, a little bit better. Those are the screws. Everything just moves up and down like they're supposed to. That's me moving them with the arms. All right, same thing with the bottom ones. They move perfectly well up and down. So everything is indexed the way it should be. Everything's nice and greased up. My question is, people tell me that you can pre-adjust them or adjust it to a certain height. This would be too high. When I had them in the middle, they were just a little bit too low when I dropped it, or actually right around there. So if I do that, that would probably bring it up just a tad. Again, there's 2.5-inch drop spindles on them, and the shorty shocks might impede the height some. I'm not too sure. I'm trying to get this thing to adjust correctly so that, again, the ride is not so stiff. So I'm not too sure about exchanging the shocks, or putting the old ones on, the original ones. I don't know. I could use some help here. If anybody knows, again, either picking a height or adjusting it at that end, which is fairly all the way up, which would bring this the ride height up also. Okay. All right. I'm going to put this on YouTube again, an ensemble. Maybe I can get some straightforward answers. I'm going to wait until I do. I do appreciate any help. Also, if you guys know anyone knows how to align these things. I mean, that's another issue. A lot of people where I live anyway have no clue how to align these lowered vehicles. Sorry. So any help will be very much appreciated. Have a good one.